Napisan may loot 2019 ba susut Hirap di channel hasta isipan.
So, while we all are here to speak about the Bulls and the Stormers game this coming weekend. A very huge game. Now, for this discussion, I've got a guest. But before I bring my guest on, I want to play you guys something just to whet your appetite for this weekend's game. Here we go.
Points. We got 40 points. We want to win the conference. We're going to beat them this weekend.
Okay, the Bulls are
It's
bowling
a
up.
final between undoubtedly the two top teams in the Super 14.
It's been a long time coming, and it's the biggest rivalry. That comes that same man, Madashkamwe, and he's got the second goal. He's left Joe Peterson for it. How good was that?
Okay, so the Bulls they are sharpening their arrows and spears for the Stormers. But let me bring on our guest, Mr. Kyle. There we go. There we go. 100%.
So as you can
Yes.
see, I tried to create a nice bluish ambience. So because Loftus is going to be blue on Saturday. Support the best team in South Africa. As you can see there at the back, blue bullet.
No, I can see that you're all kitted in your blue. But Kyle, just give us a short introduction of your rugby. What team you support? Obviously, it's obvious you support the Bulls. But just give us a short introduction, who you are, and yeah.
So my name is Kyle. I'm a big rugby fan. I support the best team in South Africa, which is the Blue Bulls. And I support obviously the best team in the world, which is the Springboks. I've grew up watching rugby, and my love for rugby has been always there. So it's just I don't know how to explain it, but I just love rugby so much. I actually don't play rugby. I just love watching it and I just love it. And the Bulls, my love for the Bulls is on another level. And that's me in a nutshell.
100%. Look, this channel is for people who love rugby. We're just loving rugby people over here. So, Kyle, as you know, and I can see that you're a very big Bull supporter. I'm a big Stormer supporter. So, so this week we had Jake White coming back from his illness. He was out of action for a couple of weeks. The team, they didn't do too well in Jake White's absence. And therefore, this weekend's game, Saturday's game, is a very important game for the Blue Bulls. At the moment, the Blue Bulls are sitting, I think, 4th on the URC log.
Yes.
And the Stormers are sitting 2nd on the URC log. So what is your feel for this matchup between the Bulls and the Stormers this coming Saturday?
I see it's going to be as the previous 4 games in the URC. It's going to be a colossal encounter. It's going to be tight. It's going to be one definitely up front, which I think is going to be a great battle. The Stormers, okay, it's going to be tough without the Springbok front row. The two best props that they have is Kutsi and Malherbe. It's going to be tough without them, but I think Brock Harris and Neethling Forshire, they're not too bad, eh? And it's going to be tough for our young props to fight against them and to battle in scrum time firstly, and then mauls and all of those, because I believe the game is, they always say the game is won up front by your forwards and the backs decide how much you win by. So that's going to be a great one. And to watch up front, the forward battle, the tight 5, and then also there's few key battles that we're looking out for, like individual battles, maybe like Dion Fourie versus Marco van Staden, 2 of the great fetchers in the game at the moment, in form, both of them. So a few other, with the Springboks out, you're not sure what the team's looking like. And John Dobson is hiding some things up his sleeve with Mani Lebok and Achiva's availability. He's not revealing it, if they're injured or not. So we're not sure. We must wait till tomorrow to see the teams. And then Also, the best thing about this encounter is the battle between Jake and Dobson. I think they're good
Yeah.
friends, and it's gonna be good to see.
No, most definitely. Look, before this live stream, I was searching on social media, but I didn't see the team sheets. Did you perhaps see the team sheets for the weekend?
No, they trying to hide it as much as possible, so they leave it for Friday.
Yeah,
The day before.
it's crazy because usually on a Thursday, both teams would have announced who's going to play, but I haven't seen anything. However, I can foresee already. I know that they said that the Springboks are still resting, I think.
Yeah.
So the Stormers team going to Loftus won't be the team that will probably include Damon Willemse, Kitsov, and those guys. However, the Stormers team, they will be without the Springboks, but I've noticed that in the last couple of games when they had I would say not the second string team, but I would say the team that is waiting in the wings now, obviously now, or behind the Springbok players. They did quite well for the Stormers. The game they lost was the game against, I think it was Cardiff up in Wales, and they lost the one game in the European Champions Cup was against Clermont away. But otherwise, the Stormers, they were actually quite good with the plays they had. Well, on the Bulls side, like I previously said, is that Jake White was obviously out with his illnesses. And the Bulls don't have that much Springboks that's being rested. And I think one worry for the Bulls is just the players coming through the form they're currently in. And that's why I think that Saturday's game is so vitally important for the Bulls. And I think they're currently 10 points behind the Stormers. And that's actually something that they have to overcome in this game. What I also heard is this weekend or during the week was that for the last couple of games at Loftus, the Bulls, obviously they're supposed to be used to altitude and all those things. But the away team, even teams from Europe, they actually ended the games very strongly against the Bulls. But as usual, a game against the Stormers and the Bulls, history is put aside. It's a new game. It's new conditions, and the guys they're gonna go at each other. It'll be a physical game. I know you and I, we were together at the Stormers Bulls game in Cape Town, and before that game, everybody thought that the Bulls is gonna win the Stormers. However, the Stormers they came up what they played. I also think one big difference between the Stormers and the Bulls is that the Stormers, they have identified that to counter-attack is actually the way you should play in this competition in the URC. Whereas the Lions, the Sharks, and the Bulls, they still tend to kick ball away when they actually should run the ball up and look for space out wide. And that's why I think that's where John Dobson actually have something above the other coaches in South Africa is his ability to adapt and having the attacking mindset and flair. So, Cal, can I ask you, what is your prediction for this game?
Prediction.
Yeah.
So it's Loftus, so definitely the Bulls to win. It won't be like 14 points. So I think will be win by like 7 points or 10 points. Let's say 10 points. We'll win by 10 points. It's on Loftus, so I don't see us losing. And especially with Jake coming back, the boys will be having something extra to play for.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, my prediction is for the Stormers to win by 10 points. So it's the exact opposite of yours. so Stormers, in my opinion, Stormers to win by 10 points. I think it could be very tight, actually. It won't be a game that will be scored. I don't think the Stormers will score four tries for a bonus point. They might score 1 or 2 tries, but I think it's going to be a very tight game. So yeah, then that's now the Stormers and the Bulls.
You are not representing yourself.
Rugby my blue, 2019 versus Shoot. Here up the channel, that's the easy vibe. I hope you all subscribe to the best rugby channel. teacher, rugby teacher, because he's a keeper. Because
Did you worry about the respect